Good and Erev Shabbos, everyone. I know this isn't as exciting as last week where I got to stand in front of the Western Wall, the Kotel Maravi, but I just wanted to share a couple of words before Shabbos, an exciting Shabbos that we have here in Eitz Chaim. So first of all, we are hosting an AIPAC Shabbos. So this week before Election Day, which we'll talk about voting in a minute, but it's super important that we're going to hear from our friends at AIPAC about the important work that they do. So beginning with Friday night davening at 5:40 p.m., we're also going to have a special teen minyan, a musical Kabbalat Shabbat, singing, dancing with Rav Yishai. You should really take advantage of that. And after our regular services, probably at around 6:20, we're going to hear from our speakers, Rabbi Yitz Novak and Lila Greenberg, really doing yeoman's work every single day in the trenches, and you'll hear all about it and where we can have a direct effect on the U.S.-Israel relationship. And then, of course, it'll be followed by perhaps some of the greatest words ever put together in one English sentence, and that is Friday night hot kiddush. We'll have a little Friday night cholent. We'll have some chance to socialize since Shabbos is so early. So that's really great. And of course, next week Shabbos is even earlier as we change the clocks and we begin our Friday night learning with the youth department. So lots of exciting things happening, and we're going to hear from our friends at AIPAC also tomorrow after davening, at the conclusion of davening, again about their important work for the U.S.-Israel relationship. I encourage everyone to attend. Extremely important, especially given the political climate in which we find ourselves. Also, a special mazel tov to Ben Shaul. Ben Shaul celebrating, let's just say, a milestone birthday. And we have a special kiddush tomorrow in his honor. So we want to have a chance to thank Ben Shaul for everything that he does for our shul, but really just to congratulate him on this milestone and celebrate together with his family. So we'll read Parshat Lecha tomorrow. And it's the journey of Avram Avinu. Really, it's the beginning of the story of our people. Rashi tells us, Lech Lecha. Why the double language? Lech Lecha. So in our family, there's this funny Instagram video about a Lech Lecha video. If you really want it, you can look it up or ask me, I'll get it to you. But just that's a whole other story. But Lech Lecha, Rashi says, is L'tovasecha L'hana'asecha. He said, why the double language? Lech Lecha, go for yourself. Rashi says it's for your goodness, it's for your well-being, it's for your benefit. And we know, of course, that the journey that we take as a Jewish nation is not always the easiest one. But ultimately speaking, in our acts of faith, we realize that it's for our own well-being, it's for our own good. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows what is best for us. I'll also just apply this, that this week, of course, is Election Day. And many, many heated elections in our region, but even in those that affect, certainly, our daily lives. Let's say if you live in New York City or you work in New York City, you have a place in New York City, or those who are close to us that live in New York City, the New York City mayoral election is extremely, extremely important. And I'll say to everybody, Lech Lecha, please go out and vote. Early voting is already open here in New Jersey. Please encourage those who may be indifferent, apathetic. It's so important to go vote. We have important elections in our local community, but throughout, encourage everyone to exercise your civic duty and to go out and vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I mean, I can tell you who not to vote for in New York City, but that's a other story, which we'll get to in a minute. But please, please go out and vote. Attached to this email, you will find a link. You may have seen that last week there was a letter that was signed by well over, I think it's now over 1,100 rabbis concerning the New York City mayoral election, and we threat that we feel that the candidate who is hopefully not, but seems to be the likely winner, certainly the favorite right now, that threat would pose to our Jewish community as we know it. And getting that many rabbis from all across the spectrum, all across the religious, political spectrum, is sort of unprecedented. And I'm proud to have been a part of that, to have signed it, but even to be part of a group that helped craft that and get that out. And there was a request to hear something similar from lay leaders. So there is a link at this email. If you want to attach your name and just say, like, I support my rabbi for signing this, please do so. We are shaping the narrative, and we are helping to get the word out there about how important these issues are to us. That's another form of Lech Lecha you have to go out and you have to do. So please, I look forward to seeing everybody this Shabbos. So much going on. Our season is in full swing. Come to Shul. You'll eat something, you'll see your friends, but more importantly, you'll become enriched with not only Torah knowledge, but also knowledge of what it is to be a Jew here in the United States of America, our responsibilities towards our own country, and of course, the state of Israel. You will not be disappointed. Great, great speakers this weekend. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Shabbat Shalom V'orach, and I will see you in Shul.